Hey guys, my name's Will Gordon, and for my mixology project, I did my rendition of a red snapper that I've dubbed the Ruby Snapper. Before we get into it, just a quick overview of what a red snapper is. If you search red snapper online, it's probably going to come up with what looks like a Bloody Mary, and that's a very popular name for making a Bloody Mary with gin instead of vodka. The version I'll be using is more closely related to a vodka cranberry, at least how you would traditionally make it. And it was added to Crown Royal's website in order to popularize their recipe tab. But one of the key differences is my version and the version on the Crown Royal website doesn't use tomato juice. So, as far as history for the red snapper goes, I've split it into two parts, one being the traditional red snapper, and then the other one being the Crown Royal version. The original red snapper traces its origins back to 1920s New York. It was very popular at the time because there were a fair amount of Russian immigrants coming into the country who brought with them a lot of vodka, which made the drink very readily available. The drink was popularized in the 60s and 70s, however, and is still very popular today, affectionately known as a hangover drink. The Bloody Mary or Red Snapper is believed to cure hangovers because of the use of tomato juice in both products. The Crown Royal Red Snapper, however, the earliest mention I could find of it was in 1945 when the vodka cran became very popular. And it was kind of in a similar boat as the vodka cran. It's essentially the same drink, but switching out what liquor you're using. For the recipe for an original red snapper, it would call for 1 1/4 ounce of Crown Royal, 1/4 ounce of amaretto liqueur, and 6 ounces of cranberry juice. So as you can see, it's pretty similar to a vodka cran. For my Ruby Snapper, I upped the Crown Royal to 2 ounces, kept the amaretto the same at 1/4, and I really like pineapple, so I wanted to incorporate pineapple somewhere in the drink. So I did 4 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of cranberry juice, and 2 ounces of club soda. For the cost breakdown, this actually ended up being a little bit more expensive than I thought it was going to be, mainly because of the Crown Royal and the liqueur. The Crown Royal was 33.56, and then so on and so forth for a total of 52.33. Now, using the cost percentage we learned in class, at 20%, you could sell this drink for $10. At 25%, you could sell it for $13. I would stick closer to $10, maybe even go down to 9. But if you added some type of garnish or something like that, just to kind of spice up the drink, I could see it being sold for $12 or $13. Now for tasting notes and pairings. For tasting notes, of course, you're going to get the pineapple and the cranberry from the two juices. And then I also find that the drink is pretty refreshing, something that you could enjoy on the beach or enjoy maybe one or two of before you really start to feel, kind of bloated or anything. It's also got a little bit of carbonation in it, which I think helps add to the refreshing side of the beverage. And the carbonation doesn't impact the flavor at all since club soda was used. Now for pairings, I would go for lighter meals such as shrimp tacos, mahi mahi, jerk chicken, and of course chips and salsa. Again, kind of more your tropical area for foods to complement the drink. All right, guys, so now it's time to make the Ruby Snapper. I went ahead and already got my ice in the cup. So we're going to start off with the Crown Royal. We're going to go ahead and do 2 ounces of that. And then we're going to, if I can manage to not spill it all. Then we're going to do a quarter of an ounce of our amaretto liqueur. Looks about right. And we'll do 4 ounces of this Welch's pineapple juice. Yes, I'm using a regular measuring cup. Oops. In there. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of cranberry juice. Right about there. Close enough. Get that in there. And then we're gonna finish it off with 2 ounces of club soda. A little bit more. Get that right on top. And we'll go ahead, give that a light stir, and then enjoy. And as always, guys, remember to serve responsibly. Always thoroughly check IDs. Make sure you're checking the signature, the picture, and whatnot. Keep up with how much people are having to drink, whether that's through the point of service system or just marking it on a napkin. Never overserve guests, so pay attention to their mannerisms and how they're speaking to other people. And in the event that someone does get overserved or anything like that, make sure you have a plan to handle it. Stopping service, getting them water, and having some way of getting them home safely. And finally, this is my works cited.